Can an automobile run exclusively on sunlight? The answer could be yes, but not with our current technology. A lightweight electric car is currently possible, but if the car is going to have solar panels to get enough energy for using it throughout an average day, and do so at a reasonable speed, the technology used to generate and store electricity would have to be radically improved. Today's solar panels hardly exceed an efficiency of 15%. With the amount of solar radiation falling on a square meter, a 100% efficient solar panel should produce 1,000 watts. A 1 horsepower electric motor requires 750 watts. This means that the vehicle must have all its flat surfaces, that is, the roof, trunk, and engine compartment, large enough to accommodate about 6 1 square meter panels. The panels would produce 6,000 watts, enough to drive an 8 horsepower motor. With our current photovoltaic technology, 6 real-world panels would only produce 900 watts, which could drive a 1.2 horsepower motor. Under ideal conditions, with a clear sky and with a direct incidence of sunlight straight perpendicular to the panel's surface. The car would have to be extremely lightweight so it can move at a low speed, say 22 miles an hour, provided the road is reasonably level without any slopes. Air resistance plus tire friction will become an issue if we wish to move at an acceptable speed. Shadows cast by trees and buildings may cause the vehicle to stop completely and have to be pushed by hand in order to go past the shaded area. Naturally, if you wish to drive at night, the car wouldn't go until sunrise. Even so, the maximum speed would be obtained at noon. Otherwise, the car would move very slowly. All this being said, it would seem that a practical solar car would be impossible. But now let's see what we can do about it. If we add a battery bank to the car, some of the issues can be solved. First, as long as the car is parked in sunlight, the batteries will be charged and store enough energy to allow larger motor to be used for a brisk start and to achieve a greater speed. Each time the car has to stop, the solar panels will partially recharge the batteries, which will allow greater range for the vehicle. Another advantage with the batteries will be that energy will be available when passing through a shaded path, under a bridge, or while climbing a slope. When parking in a shopping center, if the car is left in the sun, enough energy will be stored for several extra miles. Another quite convenient feature is a regenerative braking system. This system allows that each time the accelerator pedal is released, the vehicle's motor will act as a generator and send a certain amount of electricity back to the batteries. This way, not only part of the electricity is recovered, but this also protects the brake system from being used too often, and thus it lasts longer. On the other hand, batteries have also some drawbacks. To this day, batteries do not store all the electricity they receive, nor can they deliver all the electricity they have stored. This fact makes them quite inefficient. Another problem with batteries is their weight. They usually contain heavy metals which require a larger motor to be carried around. Current batteries work on chemical reactions which produce explosive gases. Both all lead and sulfuric acid batteries and the most modern lithium-ion batteries. All batteries have the risk of bursting into flames. Batteries do not last forever. Actually, in a relatively short period, they lose their ability to get a charge, and finally, they have to be replaced at a high ecological cost. Even when a car driven by the sun seems to use no fuel at all, replacing the batteries is a major expense which reduces profitability. The only components which are sufficiently developed today are the control devices and the electric motor. The good news is that with the advent of electric cars, research on the development of new solar panels and new batteries has been encouraged. When the internal combustion engine used to be the king of the road, with its great operation range and cheap fuel, nobody seriously thought about the possibility of developing sun-powered automobiles. Nowadays, in the twilight of the oil age, things have changed radically. Many people have successfully added solar panels to small-sized carts used on golf courses, which can perfectly move at a low speed and which, due to their intermittent use, can be powered by a mid-sized solar panel. I'm sure solar energy enthusiasts will not give up until the solar power car becomes a reality at an affordable price. I hope this video has been useful to you. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel. Chava Tarin.